From back in the day, this is an old school jam.
Oh, so exciting.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
Move to the groove with the baddest DJ.
Now, get ready to be taken to a whole new level of entertainment.
Hello, I'm G-Bags, and I'm listening to John Peterz on the dance station, Our City Radio.
This DJ is on fire.
Hey, I'm Krista Marie, and you're listening to John Peterz here on Our City Radio, the dance station.
John Peterz, born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a graduate of Pius XI High School in 1981 and Broadcast Services Institute in 1982 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. John then pursued a demanding and rewarding career as a premier nightclub DJ karaoke entertainer in 1982 in Milwaukee, debuting at Mariah's in West Allis, Wisconsin, then went on to 20 dance clubs performing in the Milwaukee and Waukesha, Wisconsin areas. John was also a 15-year volunteer veteran of public access radio and television cable programming in West Allis, Wisconsin, producing and hosting a weekly cable radio show and producing, hosting, and directing public access television shows. Co-founder and owner of J&M Sound's mobile DJ services in 1985 and co-founder of the Music Captain Entertainment in 1984.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday Night Showcase right here on Our City Radio. And tonight we are coming to you from the Dance Channel. We have the Our City Radio Dance, if dance music is your thing. And we are bringing out one of our dance personalities tonight, DJ... I guess we'll just go with DJ John Peterz. Hey, DJ John Peterz, how you doing, sir?
Hi, how you doing, Wayne? Thank you for bringing me on this show. It's a wonderful pleasure to be here with you tonight.
Well, I'm glad that you could come along because I needed to. I mean, I've been in the music business for quite a while.
Oh, so have I.
However,
okay.
I have not been in the dance music much. So okay. I'm glad we got you here so that you can kind of explain to us what is dance music. I mean, how do you kind of categorize dance music?
Well, dance music, I would probably say it's upbeat, up-tempo. It's, it's dance music.
Yeah. Well,
You know, like R&B, rhythm and blues, dance, and then there's the old disco from the 70s, you know. But
yeah.
then there's top 40 dance and, you know, the rock and all the other genres in there.
Well, now that's the thing. Now, when we say dance music, it covers a whole bunch of different stuff. I think most of the people, most people think about it. They see this stuff. The kids are out there with sucking on pacifiers and glow sticks and foam and all that kind of stuff. But in my mind, that's more kind of like techno and industrial.
Right.
Now, does that kind of fit under the dance music?
Yeah,
envelope?
there's techno. There's electronic dance music, EDM. It's all fits with the dance category.
Okay. How did you get involved in this stuff?
Well, I graduated from Pius High School back in 1981. I went to broadcasting school for a year and was a nightclub DJ for 30-some years. So I fell into it. I love it.
Yeah, you just kind of grew into it as it kind of grew along. Because I know dance is it's one of the newer forms of music. I can't say it's new music because it's been around for a long time.
Oh, sure.
But it's one of the newer forms, I guess, when you compare it to country and rock and that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Yep, and you folks just have to bear with me tonight. I am all stuffed up. Cedar pollen is kicking my butt here in Central Texas. So if I sound like a duck, that's why. So we're just going to get John to talk for the entire rest of the show.
Oh, jeez.
I wouldn't do that to you, John.
Beginner's luck, right?
Yeah, beginner's luck. Now, where are you broadcasting from? Let's let folks know.
I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, up in Milwaukee.
Yep, and the weather's wonderful out here. It's probably low 20s and not as cold as it was the beginning part of the week. We had wind chills in the minus 40 category for 3 to 4 days up here.
God, dude,
Yeah. So
I
I just grabbed the blanket, notepad, pen, paper, and started writing scripts for my shows and everything. Stayed warm, and just cranked some stuff out.
Excuse me. Yeah, well, now does Milwaukee's got? I guess every place has got a dance stuff going on around town.
Oh, sure.
I know Austin's gotten kind of crazy. We've got a bunch of the clubs down on 6th Street are now dance music clubs. How is it in Milwaukee? I mean,
well, back in the 80s, it was a lot better. 90s, it kind of fizzled out, and most of the, I would say, the dance clubs are in downtown Milwaukee off of Water Street and just in that general area around there.
Okay. Does it seem to be a younger crowd, or is it a mix?
It's a mix. I would probably say more of a younger crowd, but some of the older people are still around too.
Okay. Well, we're going to jump right into it, folks. We're going to get you all into some of the dance music so you can find out. And this is a song called "Let's Go Back to the Dance Floor" by John LePage and Mike.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
You are about to enter another dimension. A dimension not only of work and earnings, but of pension and leisure. A journey into a wondrous land of imagination. You unlock this door with Social Security's retirement estimator and online benefit application. Next stop, the retirement zone. Picture a man sitting at his home computer. He isn't sure whether he should apply now or work a little longer and begin receiving benefits at age 70. He's about to find out with a visit to the retirement estimator. The estimator uses his past earnings and allows him to key in variable future earnings and retirement dates to complete the picture of a retirement he'd like to live. Enter the retirement zone yourself. Visit www.socialsecurity.gov. That's www.socialsecurity.gov. We'll see you in the retirement zone.
John Peterz with you here on the Dance Station, Our City Radio. Hey, why not check this out while you're one your day down? It's Power Drive, every Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Dance Station, Our City Radio. Get your groove on while you're jamming with the very best in local independent dance artists. Tune in and get down with Power Drive each and every week, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on Our City Radio, the Dance Station, only with John Peterz.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
Our City Radio Dance Channel. Listen to some dance music. And we got DJ John Peterz on the air with us tonight. John runs the dance channel and the dance station up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we just got finished listening to Let's Go Back to the Dance Floor. Now, are you a dancer?
Yeah, I am a dancer. Back in the day, I mean, I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it, just like what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I miss the DJ scene, the lights and the booth and everything. I had a chuckle. My first club, it was a tri-level nightclub, and the dance floor was up on the tri-level there. And the booth, they had to put the turntables up on chains and suspend them from the ceiling because everybody was dancing. It would just skip all the 45s and records and everything and albums, and that's how they did that. But that was kind of nice. It was kind of a pain in the butt queuing up the records, but after a while, I got the hang of it. So that was a good experience out there.
Well, now that brings up a real big thing because I've been in radio all the time with records, but then using the old turntables and stuff. But now when you see folks doing the dance DJs and stuff, they're not really using record players anymore.
No, they're actually using computers. Everything's all on computer. So I mean, how simple is that?
Well, that's the thing. I could see where when you were scratching and stuff, that's easy to do on a record.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I used to do that. I used to time out songs, beats per minute, and everything. I mean, I love it. I like vinyl. There's a better quality, the sound quality on vinyl. I like it more than CDs.
Well, CDs in my mind sound too sterile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just too sterile a sound. So I'm a biggie for vinyl and recording through mixers and using mics and not necessarily going straight through a computer because it's just a sterile sound.
Right, exactly. I mean, the real tape recorders, I used to, record on them, splice real tapes and everything. I kind of miss the analog scene,
Yeah, I guess it's just showing how much of a radio geek I was. I had my first splicing block when I was 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I was raised in radio. I mean.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I was raised in the stations and stuff. So, yeah, I had a splicing block when I was 6.
Okay. Yeah, I had one of those, too. Yeah, I remember those.
Oh, yeah, that's going back into the good old days.
Yeah, with the little razor blade, you clip it down. Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, the aluminum block. Actually, the first one I had was wood, but it got messed up so much that they just went ahead and gave me an aluminum one instead. One of the new ones.
Sure.
But, nowadays, good gosh, you just cut, paste, put stuff in, and then it's there. Now, we've noticed that in dance music, there's a lot of sampling that goes on.
Yeah, now there is. I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, there wasn't really too much of that in the mainstream. A little bit here, a little bit there, but now it's all basically like electronic music, EDM, electronic dance.
Yeah, it just and then they're just mixing it across and that sort of stuff. Oh man, I got people asking questions about. Did you record the show? Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're already asking already, dude.
Great. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But yes, this show will be recorded and it will be put up. I'm not sure where it gets posted. I'm not sure yet. My head's still a little bit off. If you eat 3 or 4 Benadryl tablets in a day, it kind of makes you goofy.
I never did that.
Today's my first time, so
really,
we can do a public service announcement for our listeners. It's not a good idea to eat 3 or 4 Benadryl tablets in one day.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you want to go to sleep.
Yeah, we'll attempt that later.
You wire it up, huh?
Yeah, we'll attempt that later. Well, with dance, who do you consider? I mean, we do all indie and local, but it seems like a lot of the dance is. In my mind, it seems like a lot of the dance is indie music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are there any of the big recording studios that actually that sign dance artists?
Not in Milwaukee. We're not that big. Maybe Chicago.
Well, I
can't remember anything that was recorded out of Milwaukee, even in the mainstream.
Yeah, it just seems like a lot of the dance music, the majority of the dance music is indie, indie related kind of stuff.
Sure, and I'm new to the indie stuff too myself, so I'm getting into it and learning about it and everything too myself, because I really didn't play a lot of that in the clubs. It was all top 40 off the top 40 charts, R&B and all that, and so.
Well, I just love it. I mean,
oh yeah, I do too. I mean, I have been listening to my station practically 24/7 a day, driving my roommates nuts and everything. And I appreciate their patience with me and everything to make my dream come true here.
Well, the music quality is so exceptionally good. I mean, it surprised me, that we hear indie music. Well, that's just guys that haven't made it yet. No, when you're hearing indie music, you're hearing some really good music that they decided they didn't want to sign a contract. Because if you've ever seen a recording contract, oh my God.
Probably need about 2 attorneys and just to go over the fine print.
You sign away your soul. You sign away everything. I mean, it's amazing. Those contracts, people think, oh, my God, look, that band just signed a contract. They just gave them all this cash. They didn't give them that cash. That cash is in advance. They got to pay it back. The artist ends up paying for production costs, marketing costs, pressing costs. I mean, it's amazing how much that the recording companies don't pay for. I mean, the artists pay for everything. And then they don't make squat off the albums. I mean, the David Lee Roth story was probably the best one. David Lee Roth said the reason that he split up from Van Halen was because he found out he was only making 12.5 cents an album, where the Van Halen brothers were making 16 cents an album. That's all these guys were making. I mean,
that's amazing.
I know. And if you
can keep up with it,
And if you put the bass player, I forgot his name, from Anthony, from Van Halen, you had, let's say he's making 14 cents. The band is making less than $1 an album.
Wow.
And that's a standard kind of contract. I mean, that's nothing special. That's just the way it is with the recording industry.
Wow.
So you don't make any money. But
I've heard something about that along those lines, but I didn't know that much in depth of it too. But that's just amazing how they can keep doing that.
Well, they've got it tied down with the radio stations. That's why they can do it. You want your stuff played on the radio, you better come sign a contract with us. Well, now we got something different. We got our city radio now, and we ain't got to deal with that anymore. Now these independent artists can get out here and get their stuff heard.
Exactly. That's great. That's wonderful. That's what they need,
Yep. Oh, yeah. That is exactly what they need. And actually, we are going to go to a break real quick, and we're going to listen to, actually, it's going to be a spotlight. We got Chris Colby. He wasn't able to make it with us tonight. He's out doing a gig in Queens.
Okay.
But Chris has done a small interview. He did a spotlight interview with Xavier Toscano. So we're going to go catch that for a little bit, folks, and we will be back here with DJ John Peterz from Milwaukee in about 10 minutes.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
Herman Turtle, Wayside, Texas here with some great advice on how to keep Mrs. Miss-Ups happy. When Margaret Elizabeth gets away from the hustle and bustle of city living, I pick up the phone and call my good friends at the Hitchin' Post and book one of them there cabins. Paige and Karen make us feel right at home just as soon as we get there. The cabins are fully furnished and there is no need to bring anything with you except your eats. Give them a call at 806-789-3066 or go to thehitchinpost.com. Herman Turtle, Wayside, Texas, signing off till next time. Remember, the Hitchin' Post, 4018 North I-27, Plainview.
This show is sponsored by The Music Captain Entertainment. Looking for a quality mobile DJ, karaoke host, or a singing impersonator for your next event or business function? Forget the rest and contact The Music Captain Entertainment today. The Music Captain Entertainment in Wisconsin since 1984 is your one-stop source for customized mobile entertainment and caters to your special event needs, wedding receptions, anniversary parties, school functions, nursing home activities, private parties, and bars. We have several entertainment packages to choose from at reasonable rates and customize our performances to your event along with dance contests and prize giveaway at no additional charge. With our total state-of-the-art sound and lighting packages and a wide variety of music, your event will be the hit of the party. Bookings now available in the Madison, Milwaukee area and all of Wisconsin. Contact the Music Captain today at 920-361-3222. That's 920-361-3222. The Music Captain Entertainment, serving all of Wisconsin.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
And we are back on the Dance Channel on Our City Radio. My name is Wade Andrews, and joining me on the air for the Saturday Night Showcase is DJ John Peterz out of Milwaukee. That was some pretty interesting stuff Chris came up with here just now.
Yeah, I just heard a tail end of that, and it was really good, really very well put together.
Yeah, he did put that together well. I mean, that was good stuff. And Chris is our dance DJ up in the Queens Dance Channel. Because we have a national channel where we broadcast across the national channel, and then cities all across the country and overseas have local stations, so they can provide you with the best in the local sounds that are coming out. During the break, we were talking about just doing radio and just stuff, and John mentioned something about eating steaks. And I saw a news article today that I just have to bring up. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with dance music, but I just thought it was kind of cool. There's this lady. She weighs 120 pounds. She is a professional eater. She's on that eating circuit. She ate a 72-ounce steak in less than 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. No. What?
Wow.
I said, yeah, less than 3 minutes. And then it had it in there. She ate a 12-pound sandwich in 57 minutes.
Wow.
3 pounds of cottage cheese in less than 3 minutes. I mean,
and
it's
a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, and she's just a little bitty thing. I mean, she's not big.
Wow.
And then after that steak, they said about an hour and a half later she was hungry again, so she ate a hamburger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, where the hell is she putting this stuff?
The hamburger was probably like a cupcake.
Yeah, that was gone in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Jeez. Just like that Man versus Food, that one show where they do that on the cable channel or whatever. But how can somebody eat like that? I mean, it's just amazing. I would go totally broke in an hour.
Well, yeah, and they're the eating competitions. Joey Chestnut eating all the hot dogs and that little, those guys that just travel around eating stuff. I'm just waiting because I know it can happen. I'm just waiting one of these times somebody's going to try to get in one of these things and eat so much they're going to pop their stomach because you literally can pop your stomach.
Oh, sure.
I'm just kind of, wow, folks, I guess you got to do what you got to do. She needs to get out on the dance floor. That's what I figure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she's going to need to get onto the dance floor. Shake some of that stuff off of there.
Wow, that's a very interesting article. You come across those once in a while, we're just like, I got to read this again, Did I just read this right?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and then you got to be so careful about what you read and stuff nowadays because so much of it's getting propagandized.
Right, exactly.
When we were kids and stuff, you watch the news for news. Now you watch the news to see who's got the better ratings. Mm-hmm. Back in the days when Walter Cronkite and those guys were on, you could pretty much trust on what they were saying. Nowadays, I don't watch news anymore.
Right. Just like reading that Onion paper, that's all it is. It's just like, Onion. Okay, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, now, are there mentioning reading stuff, are there publications out for dance music? I mean, like we had Teen Beat and Tiger Beat and all that stuff for pop.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I haven't really took a walk into a grocery store and hung around the magazine section in a while, but I'm sure there are.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there has to be because dance music is really, really coming on strong as being really popular. Mm-hmm. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, Austin, a lot of the clubs here, Austin is known as the music capital of the world. And yet a lot of the music here now is swinging over towards dance. A lot of the clubs are pushing the dance music because the young folks like it.
Okay, well, that's great. I always thought it was country, but I suppose, there's a mix of everything,
Well, yeah, Austin, Austin is the only blue county in the entire state.
Okay.
Yeah, the University of Texas is here. So you tend to have a little bit more of a liberal outlook, but there's the Austin Sound, the Stevie Ray and, those kind of folks, the Thunderbirds, those kind of people, kind of Joe Ely, they have their own kind of what they call the Austin Sound, which is kind of like blues rock kind of stuff.
Okay.
But then you do have every kind of music imaginable down here. South by Southwest starts up in 2 months, and that's the biggest music festival in the world. I mean, there's nothing, in 5 days' time during South by Southwest, when they have the music section start, it lasts for 5 days. Over 1,500 bands will play in 5 days.
Wow. Yeah, we got something like that up here in Milwaukee. We have a Summerfest, which is down by the lakefront. And there's like 10 or 12 stages, and that runs for 11 days. and then they got main acts and everything. So I mean, that's really nice to go to. I've been there several times in my life, but yeah, that's what we have up here.
Yeah, it's just 1,500 bands. Oh my God. Yeah, and every kind of music you can think of from all over the world. It's just it's expensive, and it is flat out amazing what happens and goes on down here. But they are having because they have an electronic show ahead of time, and then they have the arts and the movies, or what they call interactive, and then they go into the music. And when the music starts, I mean, the town people are renting out couches to musicians and stuff.
Wow, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yep, it's if you're a music fan, it's definitely worth getting involved with. It is not cheap. You can buy wristbands. I think wristbands are about $60 or $70. That lets you into the events, but they also have what's called a VIP pass, and the VIP pass costs over $1,500.
Wow!
But you don't stand in line.
Right.
You walk right up to the front, and
yep.
they let you right in. We'll have to. That way you can just get in, but the music starts at about 10 o'clock in the morning and ends at about 8 o'clock in the morning for 5 days.
Wow, that sounds nice. That's awesome. If I ever get down that way, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh yeah, anybody
Definitely.
that's involved in music, I highly recommend if you come down to a South by Southwest. I do know that they have sanctioned now North by Northwest, and they're doing that in Seattle, and they're working on another one with Toronto to do another one of the big music festivals like South by Southwest up there.
Oh, great! Wow.
Yeah, so they're spreading it out because it's just been so effective.
Sure.
Wow, so that's it's good stuff. It's good.
Oh, that sounds really good. Oh, when did they start that up? Has that been going on for a while, or?
South by Southwest has been going on now since '95.
Oh, wow, okay,
95 or 96. They were one of my clients in 99 and 2000. That's when I got my first real touch with them.
Great, so some 20-some years. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I'm just, dealing. Yeah, it's just once a year on in March. So we'll be let. Well, we're actually. I guess I can let the cat out of the bag, John.
Okay, go ahead.
We will be broadcasting an event live from South by Southwest on Our City Radio.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome.
Yep, we'll have 5 indie bands on one stage, and we will be broadcasting live.
That's wonderful. That's very good exposure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
definitely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to, we'll let everybody know about what that's going on. Well, I'm sure people are tired of listening to us talk. They came to hear music. So I got some more music lined up for you, folks. I got Empire State Human versus Massive Ego. It's the Sound of the Download.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, no kidding. Sound of the Download. That is interesting. Let's find out what it is, folks, and we'll be right back on the National Dance Channel here on Our City Radio with DJ John Peterz in just a few minutes.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
In the early hours after the tsunami, it was ham radio that was on the air, saving lives. When Florida was ripped by hurricanes, the hams were there. In the critical moments after the attack of 9/11, it was the hams who coordinated emergency messages. When disasters strike, the hams are ready. Ham radio works when other communications don't. To learn how you can become a ham radio operator, call the ARRL, the National Association for Amateur Radio, at 1-800-326-3942.
The Get Up and Go-Go Challenge is going on right now. That's right. Go to getupandgogo.com. We're looking for 10 lucky winners to win 70 days of free coaching, a journey gym, and more. Go to getupandgogo.com and submit a video telling us why we should pick you. This is a $500 value absolutely free, so why waste time? Take the first step to changing your life by going to getupandgogo.com. getupandgogo.com.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
And we are back on the Dance Channel at Our City Radio. We got DJ John Peterz from Milwaukee on the air with us tonight. And if folks want to hear you, John, when are you on the air? What's your schedule looking like?
Right now we have the morning show coming up. It's called The Morning Express. It's Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then I'm in the process of taping the other 3 shows, which will be the Afternoon Delight from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And then comes up Power Drive from 4 to 6. And then the primetime show would be Dance Tracks from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's Monday through Friday on Milwaukee Dance.
Yep. Then that's easy to go to. You go to milwaukee.ourcityradio.com, and it'll have a stations list, and just click on the dance channel. It's
correct.
That easy. I mean, it's really simple to listen to whatever kind of music you want to listen to. Now, what kind of music were you raised with, John? I mean, was there any kind of...
Back in the 70s, the 70s era, stuff like that, the AM, the AM 70s. I'm more of a... I love the disco scene, the John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, like the Grease and all that. Stuff like that. Michael Jackson was my biggest all-time artist that I liked. I mean, I played Rick James, Gap Band, Morris Day and the Time, stuff like that. But I mean, I could go on and on with that. But I mean, that stuff's in my blood. I'm still stuck in the 80s.
Well, I figured I figured with your background you were listening to Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. And...
Well, I do like Dean Martin and stuff like that. And I actually did host karaoke and a couple times in some clubs and everything, and I loved it. I actually sang about 20, 30 songs myself, and enjoyed it. But every once in a while, I get the itch, and I'll go out once in a blue moon and grab a mic and bear out something, like That's Amore or whatever, or Johnny Be Good. Or
Why was I thinking
just
That's
to get
Amore?
up there and do it, I loved it, I mean, a lot of my friends that do know me and have known me throughout the years, they say once I get a mic in my hand, they can't grab it away.
Oh, there
I mean,
you go.
I literally sleep with the thing under my pillow.
Oh, now that's getting that's going a little bit far, John.
Yeah,
but of course, you could wake up in the morning. Good morning. This is John Peterz getting ready to get out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of the, for the production for my shows, sometimes, I have a notepad sitting on my nightstand, and I do the best work when I'm half asleep, 2, 3 in the morning. I'll jot notes down and everything. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Sure.
Jot that down, So, yeah, I do some of my best work wee hours of the morning.
Yep. Well, I keep a notepad right beside the bed, too, just because you never can tell when an idea is going to pop up. You don't want to be guaranteed that it's going to be there when you wake up in the morning.
Exactly.
So, well, John, it's been great having you on the air tonight.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'd like to say a special thanks to my promoter, publisher, Ron and Levita, and Mary and Nick, if they're listening. That's wonderful. So I appreciate the opportunity. We'll definitely do it again on National Dance.
Yep. Well, folks, make sure you tune in. If you want to catch John in the future, he's on Monday through Friday throughout the day and evening on the Milwaukee.ourcityradio.com dance channel. And we're going to go out with some Matt Consola and James Torres, and also Epic and Rage and JP Scalia, Crazy Ball. But that's it for us tonight, folks. Be sure to tune in to John's show when you can, and otherwise tune in to Our City Radio, whichever way you want to go. Say goodnight, John.
Thanks, Wade, and thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
Terrestrial radio stations need commercial radio production, station imaging, or voice tracking. We can do it all for you. Produced exclusively for your radio station's needs. We'll tape your production elements and send it to your station's email. Or send the files remotely to your station's automation system on an MP3 file ready for air. DJ John Peterz Voiceovers, a division of DJ John Peterz Entertainment.
Oh my God, it's better than I thought.
Hey, how you doing? This is John Peterz from DJ John Peterz Voiceovers. The next time you need a pre-recorded message, a DJ drop or introduction, need a new voice for your radio station, we've got you covered. Promos, station imaging, DJ drop, sweepers, liners, or brand new commercial for your terrestrial radio station. Radio station production elements exclusively produced for terrestrial radio stations, low-power radio stations, Part 15 AM and FM radio stations, and internet radio stations. How about a brand new commercial for your business?
Hi, this is Big Daddy, and I own an internet radio station. How do I get a hold of you?
Well, that's easy, my friend. Drop me an email at djjohnpetersvoiceovers@gmail.com. That's djjohnpeterz voiceovers@gmail.com.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
Move to the groove with the baddest DJ.